kinetic artist is a sculptor that uses movement in their work. Mechanical movement mainly. I had always been an artist as a kid, I guess, making things, inventions, potions, stuff like that. And I had picked up a spool of wire and then just started playing with it. And for years I was making just these wire sculptures. I don't know, I've just always been used to working with cold techniques, I guess that's what they call it. But I just really have no interest in welding or soldering. I feel that I can just sew these things on with metal. There, only like a couple hundred more to go. A lot of kinetic artists will try and impress you with their mechanical prowess. I've had to resort to making things really intricate and beautiful. You get everything to move. I mean, this is really simple. It's just levers, right? The simplest mechanical motion possible. These flowers open and close. The bee flaps its wings, or the mantis, catches its bug. I'm always trying to make it as close to the real thing as possible. So it kind of moves like an ant. I mean, the problem with them is that, I can't duplicate it exactly correctly, which is infuriating. With kinetics, the closer you can get to the actual thing, the more beautiful it ends up being. I did a project where I had taken the pelt of a wood duck and pulled out every single feather and categorized where each feather was on the pelt, and then duplicated those feathers, then put all the brass feathers back together into their original configuration of the pelt. In this was all the information from the original subject that won't ever disintegrate. You can turn it. I mean, there is a novel quality to having a piece of art that the public is invited to turn and play with. One person walks up and they're like, oh my God, I can touch this, and oh my God, it has this whole other quality to it. Well, the pieces are made to function. And I mean, it's completed as it's functioning. We're at Cornish. This is my job when I'm not doing my other job, which is art making. So right now I'm working on a commission with Skanska, which is building a new green building in Fremont. And I've never done a big kind of public commission before. And so when I saw these, it was like looking at a different language. So this is just the prototype. I mean, this is basically what it's kind of gonna look like. Rather than having just a display screen telling the inhabitants of the building how much energy the building is using, I came up with this idea of having these gold plants growing out of the cracks of the building. In these cracks, these plants and vines and weeds and foxgloves are going to be blooming out of these cracks. And if the building is doing poorly, they close up. But if it's doing well, they open up. And so they'll be moving in time with energy usage of the building. I like being able to kind of pull people out of that kind of everyday routine and actually engaging them with a piece. I'm Curran, and I'm a kinetic sculptor.